What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Celio's Network. Today I've got a Mewtwo Malamar deck with new Sword and Shield cards in it, and I'll be doing a deck profile. I'm playing a couple games on the PTCGO ladder with it. First, shout out to PotownStore.com. You can get pretty much any PTCGO codes at this site, and you can use code Celio for 5% off. And also shout out to FlipsideGaming.com, where I rate free articles, and you can use code Celio all caps for 10% off of your next order, $10 or more. So the Mewtwo Malamar variant has it did pretty well in Japan at the Aichi Champions League, so it's been popular online since then. So it's definitely an archetype that has some hype for Sword and Shield. I saw that over on Tricky Gym they had an Ultra Necrozma in their list, and I think that's really good. I've already played some games with this on stream, and I really like the Ultra Necrozma. And I like the Spiky Storm GX from Alolan Sandslash. This attack does 100 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon that has any damage counters on it. That can just, like, clear a board in, like, the Malamar mirror, or, like, versus Baby Blounds, or... it has a ton of potential, so I really like the Alolan Sandslash-GX. And of course, the Trevenant Dusknoir is like the main attacker. Night Watch, 150, choose 2 random cards from your opponent's hand and shuffle them back into their deck. And that goes really nicely with Marnie, since we put them down to a 4-card hand with the supporter. And yeah, that's kind of the basis of the deck. We're using Trevenant's Night Watch with comboed with Marnie, copying that with Mewtwo, or just using Trevenant Dusknoir itself. And we have some cool tech attackers. We got the Ultra Necrozma, the Sandslash, Gengar Mimikyu, Megalop, Naganadel-GX for its Venom Shot to hit the bench, and of course we have Tina. Its Distortion Door can help out sometimes, and it's also a nice single prize attacker. So let's get some games with this deck. Hopefully we can hit some relevant matchups on the ladder. If you're interested in trying this deck out for yourself, make sure to get the Alolan Sandslash-GX codes from PotownStore.com. Something nice about the site is they usually have all of the tin and box promo codes for GXs and Meowth VMAX and things like that. Okay, so we're going first. And our start is not amazing. Could definitely be better. And we got a Cherish Ball. We are good to go. So we're going to treasure for... We're on a treasure for an Inkay. We've prized 1 Inkay and 1 Malamar. We prized 2 Mewtwo, 1 Inkay, 1 Malamar. Okay. Some interesting prizes there. So let's get an Inkay down. I'm going to end up just getting Dedenne with this and discarding my hand. So we're going to just attach Aurora Energy. And I think it's fine to switch because we are playing balloons. So best case scenario is we get a balloon for our Inkay. Okay, we got another quick ball. That's good. We will... throw away the Trevenant for another Inkay. Actually, we might just need that Dedenne next turn. Potentially I should have held on to this quick ball. I wanted to get a second Inkay, but I think I was too eager. Yeah, wow. I think I just have to grab this Dedenne, unfortunately. I should have held on to the quick ball. That's my bad there. The switch in Malamar is nice, so next turn, hopefully they're not going to knock us out. It looks like we might be playing against a Nuzzle deck. So yeah, so they'll probably be setting up on their first turn. So we'll be able to evolve Malamar, Psychic Recharge, switch, then Dedenne our hand away. And they've got 3 Nuzly Gatherings. Only 1 Pikachu down. And then Bill's Analysis. So we went first, no turn 1 supporter now since we're going first. But we didn't have a turn 1 supporter anyway, so the new rule did not affect us there. And they're gonna go Snuggly Generator, fill up their board with energy. Eventually we're going to probably want to get a Distortion Door going and maybe try to finish them off with a Sky Scorching Light or an Alolan Sandslash-GX. So, let's see, we're going to evolve here. Psychic Recharge. They only have 4 cards in hand, so Night Watch might be able to do us some good here. We'll switch since we already recharged, just no attachment for turn, and then Dedenne our hand away. Okay, so there's our attachment for turn. Let's see, we should have energy in there. We do. Last turn they built for, let's see, U-turn board and Electropower. And they already played down the U-turn board, so those aren't draw cards. I think I want to not use Marnie. I want them to keep their hand because it does not seem very good. We can get rid of 1 balloon to get down another Inkay. And then Night Watch. So we got rid of Communication and Lysander Labs. So we know they have an Electropower in hand. 2-card hand, and one of them is Electropower. Malamar is a pretty solid prize card to get there. So their hand was Pachirisu, Electropower, Lightning Energy. So they still have power in the hand. Powerful Spark is doing a fair amount of damage. So it's doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's doing 120 damage right now. Plus, they have the Electropower, but they're just going to go for a Snuggly Generator. So next turn it'll be doing 240, plus Electropower would be 270. So we'll do this. Cherish Ball out. Mewtwo. And they, let's see, so they have 10 energy on the bench. That's 200. No, yeah, they have 10. No, they have more than, they have 10 energy. Okay. So we're knocking out the 11th energy. Then they have 1 power. So we don't Marnie them. We'll just Night Watch. So we got rid of the Electropower. That's good. The plan is to just hopefully finish the game with Sky Scorching Light. Nuzzle to try to paralyze us, and it's Tails. I'm not really sure if Stealthy Hood helps anything in this matchup. I guess it doesn't hurt to get it out of our hand, and then we'll just Night Watch. And we get rid of 2 Raichus. Pokegear is a solid top deck. Definitely solid. And what are they getting? Rosa. Okay, Rosa's pretty good supporter to get there since I just knocked something out. What can they actually do though? They can get energy power, but they don't have enough energy on board to one-shot the Trevenant. This game's just kind of been a mess for them. They did get the turn 1 Nuzzle, or Nuzzly Gathering, or whatever it's called, so that's good, but from there, they have not done anything impressive. So they didn't even play Rosa, they just swung at us. Okay. We'll attach and we'll Marnie. Get rid of their Rosa. Play down a Swell and Night Watch. Got rid of Calm and Emolga. All we really need is them to knock us out, and then we need a Rainbow or an Aurora Energy to use Ultra Necrozma's Sky Scorching Light. And then the game's over. Nuzzly Gathering. Pokegear into Volkner. I guess they could stamp us here. Or they can get a Pokemon Communication. Looks like they're out of energy. Are they really out of energy? There's 6 on board, 6 in discard pile. So that means they max out at 240. They're getting more back with Coco. Okay. Yeah, I feel like they would run more energy than just 12, so maybe they prized a bunch. Okay, and they got the knockout finally. Took them just a little while. We'll send up the Malamar. Alright, so let's quick ball away this, and we'll grab this out of there. Research, draw 7. And we did not get the card we needed. We did not get Aurora Energy. So we'll just Distortion Door. Looks like we're going to be winning this game just by taking 6 individual prizes. No fancy GX attack. I do suppose they could still win if they're playing Reshiram-GX and Fire Energy, and they could, like, Great Catcher, Custom Catcher, or Pokemon Catcher up the Mewtwo Mew. That was disappointing we didn't draw into an Aurora, though. Okay, knock out the Tina, then we can just knock them out with anything. And GG. Yeah, so our opponent did not have a very impressive game, and Trevenant kept them from having options, I guess. I don't think they would have been able to do too much without, even if I did not disrupt them so much with Trevenant, but it could have gotten a little dicey there if they were playing Reshiram Zekrom tag team, since I whiffed the Aurora energy there at the end. Okay, so this is a fine start. We're going second with a Gengar Mimikyu in hand, so I could start Gengar Mimikyu to Horror House. I really don't like doing that. I could start with Tina. I think we'll start with the Gengar Mimikyu anyway. And we'll have to see what we're playing against. Of course, it's much nicer to start with an Inkay or a Mewtwo Mew. So we're playing against Malamar. It is a mirror match. Turn 1 Horror House could be really good here, actually. If they don't play a ton of cards, or maybe if they like the Dedenne and pass. Okay, so just attach pass. I think we might just go for the Horror House into Poltergeist. Alright, we'll research. And this is pretty good. So we'll get rid of this for an Inkay. Alright, our hand is not looking great, but we have energy for the Poltergeist next turn, so that's what we're banking on here. I think I'm a Mysterious Treasure here. I think I do that. And the question is, do I get a Mewtwo or another Inkay? Another Inkay is probably the best way to go. And then we'll Horror House GX, so they cannot play any cards from their hand next turn. And we'll see if we get them with the turn 2 Poltergeist. I think it's Yeah, we'll just attach this. And Poltergeist. Oh, and they have no trainers. Oh my goodness. They have quite a bad hand. They can mist slash us for 130 though. Oh, this could be really bad. Alright, we got a Mewtwo now. Goodness gracious. Okay, so we're gonna just use our Tina and bench Mewtwo. Play this down and retreat and feed them the Tina. And that's all we got right now. That's our big plan. And we've used our GX attack, so we can't Sky Scorching Light or use Alolan Sandslash-GX, which are both very good in this matchup. We'll put up the Inkay since we have a balloon. Just Dusknoir. Huh. Well, looking like we're on a Distortion Door. And retreat into Tina. Okay, sounds good. This is something else. I should have saved this treasure for another Inkay then, I guess. I mean, for a Malamar instead of getting the Inkay. Oh, how the tables are turning. Treasure for Trevenant. They're going to shuffle our 1-card hand back in, potentially. Nice Rainbow Professor's Research. Tag call in this deck is interesting. Solgaleo Lunala as well. And Dawnwing's Necrozma. A lot of tech GXs that we are not playing in our deck. I'm not sure how much I like the Greninja-GX. I don't really think that's too useful right now. Horror House GX. Thank you for the cards. Interesting. A nice little misplay from our opponent, unless they're looking for the Great Catcher into Mewtwo and then knock us out with Poltergeist. Yeah, that's exactly what they wanted. What do you know? And we lost our Trevenant. Okay. Send up the balloon. I think we'll start things off with a stamp. Seems good. Treasure away Switch, I'm not going to need that right now, and we'll get Malamar. Evolve. And we have to Cherish Ball for a Dedenne to draw cards. I guess this doesn't really matter. We're getting rid of it anyway, but we can't bench the Inkay. We can't attach either because we need a Mewtwo or Trevenant, but Trevenant would be better since it's not weak to Psychic. We got Marnie. We just stamped them to 2, but I guess we have to use that. Let's see. So, yeah, our goal is to get one more Malamar and use Night Watch. And also not have more than 2 trainers in hand. That's also a big deal. So, we bench this. Just waste the Cherish Ball. We don't have anything to discard with, so we're just gonna Marnie it back in. Attach for turn and Marnie. We got the Malamar, that's great. And we need to pitch this in case we draw in case we draw trainers off of the prizes. We need to draw only 1 out of 3 of these prizes can be a trainer card, so that's definitely a little scary. Okay, so we're hoping for no trainer cards. We got rid of Marnie and Dedenne. Those are 2 great cards to get rid of. And let's see what we draw off the prizes. We got... oh, it's a trainer. Energy? Oh, another trainer. Rip. Yep, that's the game. GG. Well, we did not get to really show off our tech attackers too much. We had to use Horror House GX. Well, we didn't have to use Horror House GX, but we were put into a situation where Horror House GX seemed pretty good there in the second game. And then in the first game, we had to use... did we also use Horror House GX in the second game? Oh, no, in the first game, we whiffed the Aurora energy, so we couldn't win with the GX attack. But I'll put this list in the description below. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this in the future. And I'll see you next time here on Celio's Network.